All right, we're here in the Cardiac Rehab Department again from MDI Hospital, Chris Popper. And I'm joined by Tom. And Tom, thank you for joining us today. And you've got your MDI green. Of course, anybody who recognizes you know that you're in the MDI green. And we were joking a little bit about the game between MDI and Ellsworth the other day, and you luckily did not need to have your blood pressure checked after that tough loss.
I'm sure Sarah would have been ashamed of me.
All right, so you are a graduate of this program. Congratulations on the program.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And a little bit about your event. You had a defibrillator life vest. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I had a heart attack in early August. And I went to the hospital and had a stent put in.
Okay.
And the doctor recommended wearing the vest. It was very different than what I thought it was going to be. It was quite light. It had a defibrillator on the back, and it had a box, external box, so that I could, see what was going on. It showed you pretty much what was going on all the time. And that went off a few times. False alarms like bad contacts and things like that.
What did you feel like when that happened?
Well, it just beeps in those situations. Okay. If it's going to actually
get ready to activate,
yeah. it vibrates and sounds a siren sound, and actually speaks out quite loudly. Everybody stand clear.
Yeah, I bet.
But that never happened, thankfully. But I wore it for a couple of months, 2.5 months, I guess, and mostly because my wife wanted me to, and she thought it was a good safety thing.
Yeah.
Especially where I'm a fisherman. Once I got healthy enough, I was out on the boat again wearing it, and that was gave you a good feeling of,
being able to continue working, right, with all those safety precautions.
Right. The biggest thing for me, the whole heart attack was that I couldn't work, and I'm a workaholic, so it was driving me nuts. But it went really well, that part of it.
Tell us a little bit about what you did here in the Cardiac Rehab Department.
Well, I started here a couple of weeks after my out of the hospital here. And I think I was here about a month. And I had an ongoing issue with my leg, which I had to have surgery. I'd had 3 surgeries on my leg because of bad circulation below the knee. A lot of fishermen get standing in one place too long with that steering wheel hauling lobster traps for, 50 years. So.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that had to be done. And about halfway through my process here at the rehab clinic, it got so bad I had to have it replaced. And I ended up having an artificial vein put in my leg. So I had to go up and have all these tests on my heart to see if I was strong enough to have the vein put in. And my heart function had actually almost doubled from the time of the heart attack.
Wow.
And I give rehab a lot of credit for that. And so that went on, and then after that I came back to rehab and finished out, my 36 sessions or whatever it was. And I think it's done tremendous for me, and it gives you a sense of security that you're hooked up, and they're monitoring you when you're putting it through your paces, and they push you a little, they want you to be comfortable, but they push you enough so you know that you're
capable of
tested, right?
Yeah.
So it made you feel better when you get done, when you go home and exercise on your own. Gives you a sense of security.
And I think that's probably I would think that's going to be one of the most difficult things is like the feeling of unease, having had a heart attack.
Right.
That, oh my gosh, am I going to trigger another one if I start walking up and down stairs? That's why you have the treadmill. That's why you have that it's able to go up with the incline.
Yeah.
If I ride a bike and things like that, and then being hooked up here while everything's going on, while you're being put through your paces, that's going to give you that sense of security.
It does.
And I know that when we were talking a little bit beforehand, that your medicine changed throughout your cardiac rehab care.
Yeah, there were some things that were minor changes, but we did an adjustment to my blood pressure medication in the middle. And, at rehab here, it was great because she was right on top of it all the time and helped with the process of working through how I eventually went back to my original medication, and my blood pressure lately has been doing real well.
Despite the MDI basketball.
If we lose to Ellsworth again, it's tough. But when Justin asked him to marry my daughter, I didn't think he was going to be this stressful. Should have said no in some cases, I guess. But anyway, no, it's gone very well. And I mean, the people are super. I mean, Sarah and I spent most of the time talking about MDI sports.
Yeah.
So that made the hour go quick, you know.
And it's going to be reassuring knowing the fact that you've got cardiac care nurses supervising your treatment.
And then you got Dr. Gilmore behind the whole thing, which, you know, he's like having your grandfather treat you, you know, even as old as I am, I still feel like, you know, there's a mature man you feel really safe with, and I like that too.
And it's nice being able to be treated at home rather than driving up to Bangor.
Oh, no question. And they worked well with my people in Bangor, the cardiac people, and even the vascular people, as far as my leg went, to stay on top of what was going on with me and let them know what was going on. You know, it went both ways, so it really worked very well.
Super. Anything you want to add?
No, just that MDI better get going here so I don't get that stress.
And as Justin constantly is reminded, your daughter has a gold ball and he does not.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.